What's up, Rob here on the OCV channel, back with another e-bike video. This time we're talking about the Rad Power Bike, the Rad Runner 1. Had to think there for a second. Rad Power Bikes, Rad Runner 1. It's the original Rad Runner. I bought it used from a guy actually one street over from me, and he had bought it new, and he'd been riding it a pretty good bit, and decided to sell it. He just got a new truck, and I don't know, for whatever reasons, he put it up for sale, and I nabbed it. And I was stoked that it was one street over. Anyway, gonna go for a little ride here, and I'll tell you what I think of the bike, how it performs, how it works for me. Title of the video. And I've got a few different bikes, been reviewing a few different bikes. This isn't so much as a review, but it's more of a how does it work for me kind of bike. Like I say, it is the original Rad Runner. Just a few quick specs. I'll try to put some specs at the end of the video on the whole bike, so you can, you know, compare it to the Rad Runner 2 or the Rad Runner 2 Plus. Well, let me hop on it, or take a spin here, and I'll talk through that part of it, so you don't have to just sit here and watch me in my mess of a room talking about a bike that you don't see. Okay, let's get on the bike and go for a ride. Cool, here's a little spin around of the bike, and I'm going to read something off the radpowerbikes.com website, a little bit about their beginning. This is before he was the founder and chairman of North America's largest e-bike maker. Mike Radenbaugh was a teenage tinkerer. He'd spend hours in his parents' garage soldering spare electronic parts to an old bicycle in hopes of developing a better way to complete his rural and hilly 15-mile ride to high school. The result was the Franken bike, a battery-powered ride that could outpace cars and get him to class without breaking a sweat. His mom suggested a catchy name for the new project, Rad Power Bikes. Charging ahead, Mike made a name for himself, converting traditional bicycles to electric bicycles and selling them by word of mouth at a local craft fair and through newspaper ads. Some years later, the e-bike guy, as he was known to the locals, had a vision for a professionally crafted, rugged, comfortable, and high-performance e-bike that could replace car, truck, and SUV trips at a massive scale. He teamed up with Ty Collins, his childhood friend and marketer, for an exciting next step, crowdsourcing, the development of Rad's first flagship product. Within 30 days, Rad they raised $320,000 to start building the all-new Rad Rover, an electric fat-tired bike that would go on to transform the entire industry. So from there on, it just went full throttle into different bikes, different models. They've got quite the little arsenal of bikes now, and this is the Rad Rover 1, the first one in the Rad Rover series. Excuse me, not the Rad Rover. What am I saying? It's the Rad Runner. The Rad Rover was the first one they built. Anyways, this is the Rad Runner. Rad Runner. It's a tongue twister. I don't know what I'm talking about half the time anyway. But it's like a few quick specs on this one. It is a 750 watt geared motor, hub motor in the back, 80 Newton pounds of torque. Can easily overcome hills and whatnot. You know, depends on the rider weight. Like, there's a lot of traffic today, by the way. I had to sit here and wait a few minutes for a clear shot to get across this without you know, getting run over, because ain't nobody got time for that. Anyway, depends on your weight. I'm a heavyweight. I'm pushing 300 pounds. And this bike moves me. I mean, dead start right there. I'm using the throttle just to get across the road. And boom, no problem. So, and it has the twist grip throttle on the right-hand side. I've been a motorcycle rider my entire life, and I'm used to that right-hand accelerator, you know. So that was a cool feature. My other bikes have the left-hand thumb plunger thing. Taking a little bit of getting used to on that, but I figured it out. But the twist grip throttle on the right hand, I like. It's up in the air, you know. Some people like, some people don't. It's got an integrated brake light, which is cool. Powered by the main battery. The brake light activates whenever the brake's applied, so that's cool. You don't have to worry about, doing some kind of gizmo trick to rig a light on the back or anything. And speaking of hills, here's a little hill. It doesn't look that big a deal, but it's actually pretty steep, and I am pedaling. I don't think it would make it up that incline just using the throttle with my weight. If somebody, normal weight and like 150 pounds or so, probably been no problem at all. But like I say, I'm heavyweight, so. Another thing it has is a dual leg kickstand, kind of like a moped or scooter style kickstand where you put it down, pull the bike back, and it stands up on it. At first, I was like, ugh, I don't like that. And then it dawned on me, I do like that. Because if you're, off-road, if you're in the grass or anything like that, a normal kickstand, they work pretty good on regular e-bikes. But, I mean, let's face it, e-bikes are heavy, 65 pounds is this bike, if you're in soft grass and you just have a single leg kickstand, a lot of times you put it down, walk away from the bike, you look over and it's starting to sag and sink in the ground. This double leg kickstand, boom, pull it up, bang, it just sits there. And then when you get home, it's nice because you can teeter-totter it back and forth. If you want to clean the wheels or work on the bike or anything, it's just a good, sturdy, steady kickstand. Taking a little shortcut right here across the golf course, the course, and I didn't get on the greens there. I stayed on the rough part, and getting back on the trail here. It's got upright handlebars. It does have a rigid front fork, so there's no suspension. That could be a downside. Like I say, I'm heavyweight. I wouldn't want to ride this bike in the trails that I rode my other bike in the other day. Lots of roots and all that kind of stuff. This isn't the bike for that. But if you're riding trails like this, wooden trails, concrete, asphalt, cement, regular road riding, sidewalks, even grassy trails and, dirt trails that are nice and smooth, this bike is just kick butt perfect. But, probably not the best bike for really rugged, rocky, rooty trails and stuff where, mountain bike trails and stuff like that. Need a little bit more suspension, especially for me. I'm, 59 years old and I don't like getting beat up that much. But it does have the low step-through frame, which is nice. It features a 16.5-inch standover height, so, you can be like 4'11" and ride this bike. So that's pretty cool. It's got the integrated back rack, which is cool. You can attach, platforms, a basket, whatever you want, child seat, whatever. Mine has this it's actually a motorcycle box I have on the back of it. But, you can put whatever you want on there. It's the back rack is there. It's part of the frame of the bike, so that's cool. You don't have to purchase an additional back rack or anything like that. It is a single-speed drivetrain. It's low maintenance. It's got its pluses. It's got its cons. It's good. It's bad. However you want to say it. There's the little control panel for it. You got 4 levels of assist. You got your battery power on the top there. The plus and the minus will change your pedal assist. You got the little power button, and you got the light to turn your headlight on, which I think I do here in a minute, even though it's daytime, but you can see it come on. It's got a bell right there that's integrated into it, which is cool. And, you can turn the headlight on and off. I think I do turn it on here in a minute with the little power button. There, it's off. Boom, now it's on. And even though it's a small headlight, it has plenty of illuminations for your night riding. And you have the integrated taillight back there too, which brightens when you hit the brakes. So that's cool. Got 20-inch Kenda tires on there. And they're actually riding on the bike. It's actually pretty quiet, considering. I mean, it's not a full-on street tire, but it's this bike is amazingly quiet and smooth riding for no suspension, And, 20 inch, it's quieter. I'm just going to say it's quieter than both of my brand new bikes. The motor is quieter. The tires are quieter. I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's really good and broke in. I don't know. But it is pretty quiet. Comes with Kenda K Shield tires, supposedly puncture resistant tires. I don't know. That's up for debate. I haven't experienced a flat on it though, so I can't say anything. It's got an 18-inch aluminum alloy step-through frame. Like I say, rigid front steel fork. The headset semi-integrated, 1 1/8-inch straight steer tube basic headset. Intuitive LED display on there that is pretty easy to navigate. It's got water resistant connectors and wiring harnesses. It's not like full blown, like you're not going to drive it through 3 feet of water, but if it starts raining on you, you're covered. I mean, it's good. Everything is water resistant on that. It's got 180 millimeter front and rear brake rotors, so the bike stops pretty good. Like coming down this hill, I can hit the brakes and slow down and not fly out into traffic like a crazy person. This particular one has Tektro Aries brake calipers on there. It's got aluminum comfort grip levers. What else? The seat that was originally on the bike, not a huge fan of that. I replaced the seat. When I got the bike, it had a Cloud 9 seat on there, which I like. I ended up replacing this one with another seat of kind of similar seat. I kept the Cloud 9 for myself, and because I just recently, well, as of tonight, making this video, I sold this bike. Hey, I sold it. I don't have it anymore. But I don't know. It's it's a good bike overall. Load capacity on it is 300 pounds. So yeah, that's me. Rider's height suggested for this bike is 4'11" to 6'2". 6'2's kind of stretching it. 4'11", your feet are going to be dangling a little bit on the seat. But, it's a step-through easy frame to get on and off of. So that is a plus. 6'2", I don't know. I'm nowhere near 6'2". I'm like 5'5". So I can't say what it's like to ride it if you're over 6 foot tall. But I would imagine you're going to be a little bit cramped. I don't know. Jack the seat up. You got plenty of room to move the seat up. So, I'm just guessing at this point because I've never been over 6 feet in my entire life. I used to be 5'7", but somehow I shrank with weight and age. I think it'll do it to you. Anyway, I'm heading back towards the hood right here. And gonna get back home. Just went on a short little cruise here. But like I say, man, the bike is fun. It's been dependable. It's a smooth riding bike. I hope the couple that bought it, I hope they're going to enjoy it as much as I have riding it. And I would love to check out the Rad Runner 2 or the Rad Runner 2 Plus. So, doing reviews on bikes. Hey, Rad Power Bikes, if you hear me talking, speaking your name, I'd be glad to test out one of your bikes again and do an update from the Rad Runner 1 video here. Anyways, like I say, overall, pros and cons. Pros, it's a good, dependable, well-built, sturdy bike. Even for a heavyweight rider like me, this bike has no issues moving you along. I mean, it'll just steady click down the road. You don't have an odometer. You don't have a speedometer on this bike. So, but I'm assuming I'm cruising when I'm wide open on the throttle pretty close to 20 miles an hour, compared to my other bikes that I do have speedometers on. It pedals nice. It's it's just one gear bike. So, you don't have the pros of that. It's easy maintenance. There's nothing to tinker with, nothing to screw with. You know, the downside is if you're going to be climbing hills, it is nice to have some downshifting there to make it a little bit easier. But overall cruising, this is a killer bike. Other pros, like I say, it's a smooth riding bike. It's quiet, you know, and it could be because it's broken in more. But I don't know. Cons, I don't really know of much, you know, other than, you know, you could say debate on that single speed versus gears. I mean, as far as just a cruising bike around the neighborhood and trails and stuff, I've never had an issue with it being a single speed bike. So there you go. There you have it. Here's a few more pictures of the bike. And that's without the box on the back. And I don't know, man. It's a fun bike. You know, if you find one used, don't be afraid to pick it up. If it's in good shape, it's a fun bike. And, you know, like I say, I'm looking forward to trying out the new Rad Runners or the Rover. Actually, the guy that bought this one tonight has a Rad Rover, one of the new Rad Rovers. So there you go. There you have it. That's enough on this bike, and I'll be doing some more videos, some more e-bike videos coming up in the very near future. So thanks for watching. Hit subscribe and the little bell notification. Ring the bell, as they say, if you want to be notified for more videos. There you go. There you have it. Thanks for watching. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.